Lesson 0-8 area. Looking at the figure, you have area of rectangle, area of parallelogram, area of triangle, rectangle, circle, and square. So let's work on all of this part first. Now, area of rectangle is a length times the width, or either way, width times the length. So you have 2.2 multiplied by 3.4. So the length times the width, or the width times the length, you know. So 2.2 times with 3.4, that will give you, to say round to the nearest 10, will give you 7.5. This is in inch square. Since it is a area, so the unit is in square, so we have a 7.5 square inch. Now for the area of parallelogram, you do the same thing with this, but this is a length, base, and height. So the area of parallelogram, base times the height. So you have 18 multiplied by 7.3. That will give you 131.4. This is as in square centimeter. Area of triangle with the base of 12 and the height of 11. So to give you a picture of this, is the height, and the height is 11 millimeters, and the base is 12 millimeter. Now area of triangle, base times height divided by 2. Let me repeat. The area of triangle is equal to base times the height divided by 2. Or you have 11 times 12 divides 2, give you 66. This is as in millimeter, so 66 square millimeter. And for number 4, a rectangle with a height. Okay, this is a rectangle, the height and the width. The height is 8 and the width is 2. So 8 times 2 will give you 16 square centimeter. For circle, area of circle is equal to pi r square. So A represents area of circle is equal to pi r square. So in this case, radius is 7.2 square. You multiply by pi, and then you round it to the nearest 10. That will give you 162.9 square millimeter. Number 6, square with side length square. Well, square outside congruent. So side length 9.6 feet. So this is 9.6. This is also 9.6 feet. The area of square is equal to side times side. So you have 9.6 times 9.6. That will give you 92.16. But this is round to the nearest 10. So 92.2 as in square feet. Now, area of a complex, a composite figure. You have for number 7, you have square, and you also have the triangle. The triangle. So now find the area of this composite figure. This is a 5.2. This is also 5.2. So I find one figure at a time. Let me try to find area of square first. 5.2 times 5.2. That will give you 27.04. This is 27.04. This is for the area of the square. Area of rectangle, base times height divided by 2. So you have 5.2 times the height, which is 4, and then you divide by 2. That will give you 10.4. So when you have 10, this is 10.4. So 10.4 for the triangle plus 27.4 for the square. That will give you the area of everything, of this composite figure. So 10.4 you plus 27.04, and you round it to the nearest 10. You have 37.4. This is centimeters. It will be square centimeter. For number 8, you need to find area of rectangle and then area of triangle. This is 4.5 also. Area of rectangle, length times the width, or width times the length, either way. So you have 4.5 multiplied by 8. That will give you a 36 square inch for the area of the rectangle. For area of triangle, you need to find the base of triangle first. So from here to here is 8. From here all the way through to this side is 16. So it seems like you have 80 as well. See what I mean by that? All the length all the way through is 16. From this side to this side is 8. So to make it 16 is going to be another 8 more. That's why this become 8. So the area of the triangle, base times the height divided by 2. So you have 8 times 4.5, and then you divide by 2. That will give you 18. So 18 plus 36 for area of triangle, 18 plus area of rectangle, 36 plus 36, that give you 54. This is as in square inch. And then for number 9, you need to we have a rectangle and we have a half circle. Let's find area of rectangle first. 4 times 10 gives you 40. That's for rectangle. Area of half of the circle or semicircle, you need to find area of a whole circle first. A while ago, area of a whole circle is pi r square. So you have r is 2. So you have 2 square equal to 4 and multiply by pi. Multiply it by pi, that gives you a 4 pi. But this is half of the circle, you divide by 2. So when you divide by 2, you plus the area of the rectangle, plus with 40. After that, you round it to the nearest 10. 46.3. This is meter, so square meter. Lesson 0-9 volume. Find the volume of each rectangular prism. Okay. From this section, from 1 up to number 6, rectangular shape. So once you know, once you can do number 1, the rest of the numbers you do the same process. Let me give you a shape of rectangular prism first. You can draw this. Make this section a bit. Okay, this is a rectangular prism. They give you the length, the width, and the height. The length is 5 centimeters, the width is 3, and the height is 2. Now to give you a better picture of the rectangular prism. To find the volume of this rectangular prism, all you need to do is just multiply all of this number together. 5 times 3 times 2 let's say this is going to be give you a 30, but since this volume, so it's not in square, it's going to be in cubic centimeter. The rest of this number you do the same thing. All you need to do is just multiply the three numbers together. 10 times 10 times 1, I give you 100 cubic meter. I will not do the rest of the number for you. I will just say it in word. 6 times 2 times 4 as in cubic yard. 2 times 5 times 12 as in cubic inch. 13 times 9 times 12 as in cubic feet. 7.8 times 0.6 times 8 as in cubic meter. Let's go down to number 7. Number 7, a cube measures 3 meters in all sides. Oh, this is a cube. For a cube, all sides congruent, cube. Let me give you a cube. Try my best to draw you a cube. Okay, it's a cube, all sides congruent. You have 3 meter length, 3 meter width, and 3 meters side. So to find the volume of a cube, you do the same thing. You just basically multiply all of these three numbers together. 3 times 3 times 3, that will give you a 27. This is a meter, so 27 cubic meter. As simply as that. Number 8, an aquarium is 8 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 5.5 feet deep. What is the volume? Okay, aquarium, it's look like a rectangular prism. So it looks like this one. So, but let's just change its dimension. Now for this is 8 feet long. Put it to number 8, and 5 feet wide. Put it to number 5, and 5.5 feet deep. So once you have this number, you just multiply all these three numbers together. 8 times 5 times 5.5, that will give you the volume of the aquarium. Let me do this for you. 8 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5.5, this is equal to 220 as in cubic feet. Number 9, what is the volume of a microwave oven? Okay, an oven, also a rectangular prism. That's the shape of it, like a box, oven. Microwave oven. So therefore, all you need to do is just simply multiply all of these three numbers together. 18 multiplied by 10, and then you multiply it again by 11.5. That will give you to the final answer. 18 times 18 times with 10, and then times with 11.5, that will give you a 2070 as in cubic inch. Number 10, a children rectangular pool. Okay, a rectangular pool again, holds 480 cubic feet of water. What is the length, or what is the depth of the pool if its length is 30 feet and if its width is 60 feet? This is a rectangular prism. So by formula, the volume of rectangular prism is basically width times length times height. So your width here is 16 times the length, which is 30, and then times the height, which is the question asking from you, what is the height or the depth in this case of the pool, and the volume already given to you, which is 480 cubic feet. That's the volume. So all you need to do is just solve the equation to get 8. So 16 times 30, 16 times 30, that will give you 480 as well. So obviously the height will be 1 feet, or 1 foot in this case, 1 foot. Okay. Now let's move to number 11. rectangular again. Cake pan has a volume 234 cubic inches. If the length of the pan is 9 inches and the width is 13, what is the height of the pan? Okay, the same idea. The volume given, which is 440 cubic feet. The width is 10 multiplied by the what is the volume of the width? Oh, sorry, they're asking for the width. The length is 10 and the height is 11, asking for the width. Let's say W. So just solve the equation. You have this 110 W, and then you have 440. You divide 110. That will give you 4. W equal to 4. In this case, it's feet, so 4 feet. 4 feet. Now, volume of cylinder. Let me give you the formula first. The volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square times h, or you can say area of the base times the height. For cylinder, the base is the circle. So in other words, area of the circle times the height, that will give you the volume of the cylinder. Or basically, by follow the formula, the volume is equal to pi r square h. So number 13, to get volume is equal to pi multiplied by r square, which is 13.2, that's for radius, and raised to square, and the height, which is in this case 12.2. So let's work on this together. Pi multiplied by 13.2 square, and you multiply again with 12.2, and you round to the nearest 10. That will give you with 6,678.2. This is as in cubic centimeter. Now if you follow the same formula with number 14, but number 14, the radius gonna be 8. We have 8 on this side, 8 on this side, to make a diameter of 16. So volume is equal to pi times the radius, which is 8, and square times the height, which is 22. So let's work on that. Pi multiplied by 8 square, or 64, and multiplied by 22, which is the height, and that will give you to the nearest 10 of 4,423.4 as in cubic inches. Now for the last number, the radius is 4.8. So when you follow the formula, volume is equal to pi times volume for the pi times the radius square, which is 4.8 square, and then times with the height, which is 6.2. So pi multiply by 4.8 square multiplies 6.2, round to the nearest 10. That will give you a 448.8 as in cubic feet.